Hello, this is Costa. Welcome to Tutorials Tutorials. In today's tutorial, we're going to be learning how to create high quality photos with your phone. Look at the quality of this image. We haven't even edited it. All we've done is just simply take multiple of the same images, and if I increase this one to the same size, you'll really see the difference in quality. In this tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you how to take super cool images with just your mobile phone. Have you ever seen some people taking professional images with just our mobile phone? Ever wondered how they do it? Well, I don't know. You're probably going to have to ask them. Anyway, I'm going to show you my technique in today's tutorial. I want to make a poster-sized image of a photo that you took in Crete, like the one behind me. Blow it up, put it on the wall with just your mobile phone. Ever wondered how some photographs from a mobile phone do not look grainy at all? Well, I'm going to show you the technique in this video, so stick around. Roll the intro. Now, first things first, lighting. Lighting is your friend. No, hang on. First things first, please subscribe to the channel. And if you like this video, thumbs up. If you don't like the video, don't worry about it. Just stick around. Maybe you'll learn something and try and enjoy it. But like I said, first things first, lighting. But in this technique, doesn't matter what lighting you have, we're going to improve your photograph. Okay? Secondly, a tripod. But actually, in this technique, we're not going to be using a tripod. No, it will be better if you don't use your tripod. Okay? As long as you use a steady hand and keep your phone. Where's my phone? Oh, I'm using it for the audio. So you're just going to take your phone, keep it steady in your hand, and then you're going to take the image. We're going to show you that in just a moment. Now, natural light is your best friend. Actually, they say golden hour is the best time to take photographs, especially outdoors. Golden hour is that period, an hour before sunrise and an hour, no, it's the other way around. An hour before, an hour after sunrise, or an hour before sunset, something like that. Anyway, look it up. But actually, in our technique, we don't need golden hour. It can be any time of the day. We're going to use whatever light you have, and we're going to improve your photograph. Okay, so don't worry about it. You can take your image indoors or outdoors, golden hour, sunset, sunrise, late evening, whatever it may be. We're going to improve your photograph so that you can blow it up almost grain-free and stick it on the wall. Let's talk about holding your phone steady. What I mean by that is holding your phone and trying not to move it whatsoever when you take your photograph. Now, it's almost impossible because there are always going to be micro movements in your hand. But those micro movements are actually our friend, actually going to make our photograph even better. But try and hold it steady, okay? Holding it steady, but there's going to be micro movements. And what you're going to do is you are going to take a number of images of the photograph that you want to take. Now, let me show you using my mobile phone. Right, now for the geeky stuff. The awesome geeky stuff. Have you ever heard of photo stacking? That requires you take lots of photos of the same image, like I'm doing here with my mobile phone, of this flower. Here's the lowdown. Snap not just one image or photo, snap several photos of the same scene. Now you can take 3, 5, or even more photos. Let's use this photo, for example. Yes, I know. I did say that you don't need golden hour, and this is a golden hour image. But I'm using this image because actually you can see the dramatic effect of this technique. Again, let's go over to the phone so that I can show you what I mean by stacking. On your Photos app, instead of just taking one image, take a number of images of the same scene. On the Samsung, you can just slide down the shutter and it will take multiple images. On the iPhone, I think you slide it to the left, and obviously other phone manufacturers will have their own variants of that. After you take your images, we move over to Photoshop. So let's go back into the photo, and you can see that it's, if I zoom that to 100%, it's a very grainy image. You wouldn't want to be blowing that up and putting that on your wall. Okay, but if we come out of this image, you will notice I would prefer to take about 24 or 30 images. 14 is a little bit low, but it will still help us to improve our image. We are also going to prove this point using this image here. Right, this is an image of Hania in Crete, obviously at night, but you'll be able to see that it is a very grainy image. Okay, but again, I took several images of this, and if you have a look from here, just here to this one, 24 images. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Photoshop, show you the technique, and what you want to do, File, Scripts, load files into stack, browse. So this will allow us to load all those images into this different layers in Photoshop. So we're going to start off with this one. So I've got 14 images of the same scene taken with my phone handheld. Let's just wait for that to load. Actually, we don't want this one here because that's when I was experimenting earlier. So we've got all these images, 14 of them, and then we do OK. Right, and then you should see all those images appearing in the layers panel on the right hand side. There you go. Now, hopefully you will notice, or you might not notice, there you go. Can you see that? It moved. There are slight movements to my hand, okay, because I'm hand holding it. So the very first thing, and that slight movement will actually help the quality of what we are trying to do. What we'll now do is auto align all these images, because we have to make sure that they are completely aligned. So if you highlight all of them and you do, actually it's edit, auto align, and then you'll see the auto align layers options here. Just pick the first one, auto, OK, and then Photoshop will try and align that image. It's making sure the horizon is aligned. It's making sure that this post here is aligned. These leaves are all aligned. So it takes a little bit of time to do that, but depending on how fast your machine is, aligned all of those images. And if you click through it, you should see no movement at all in the images because they're auto aligned. Now, make convert these images into a smart object so that we don't lose any quality at all. And then what we're going to do after that, we are going to copy that, because I want you to see the difference in quality. Now here's where the magic happens. Go onto one layer, layer, smart objects, stack mode, mean. So let me just leave that on the screen for a second. That's what you want to do. And then what this will do, Photoshop will try and layer all these images together. Now, straight away, the quality has increased. So let me show you. I'll zoom in here a little. You can still see a little bit of grain, but I want you to see the quality, the difference in quality. I'm going to show you the layer, the previous layer. Can you see that? And that. That compared to that. Can you see the difference? That's awesome, isn't it? Now, we haven't done any editing whatsoever with the image. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make this a larger image. I'm going to go over to Images, Photo Size. You don't have to increase the image, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to increase the image. I'm going to double the size of the image. And I'm going to say, okay, this is if you want to create a poster size of your image. If you do want to create a poster size of the image, you probably wouldn't start off with a 7 megapixel image in the first place. You'd make it a bigger image, but I'm going to start off, we started off with a 7 megapixel image, and now this is a bigger image. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this image. I'm going to export, where's export? Export, stack 1. Now here we have the image. This image is now 8,000 by 3,746. It's now a 30 megapixel image. Okay. Now, if you normally do that, if you normally increase the size of the image, it will get worse in quality. Okay. Now let's have a look at the original. Let's zoom in into the original image 100%. Okay, and let's try and zoom in. This one is a larger image, so 100% will be bigger, but let's try and zoom in and see if we can get the same quality. Look at the difference in quality. Absolutely unbelievable. And if we go to 100% on this one, one-on-one, look at that. Look at the quality of this image. We haven't even edited it. All we've done is just simply take multiple of the same images. And if I increase this one to the same size, you'll really see the difference in quality. Can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see the quality, the difference in quality of the two images? Now, if I take this up to 100%, look how much bigger this image is. And this, obviously, we can do some editing to it. We can brighten it up. We can brighten the shadows. But I just want you to see, without any editing at all, we have improved that image. And we've made it a lot larger. Now, how big is this image? Let's go and have a look. Stacked, this is 8,014 by, let's see how big it is. 8014 by 3746. That's a 30 megapixel image. Now, how big can you make that? 14 divided by 300. You can make that image into a 26-inch poster by 3746 divided by 300, 12. 26 inches by 12 inches. Or you can even make it bigger than that if you don't go to 300 pixels. Shall we try one more? Let's go to this image here. Okay, this is the one taken at night. So we are going to open this up in Photoshop. You're not going to do this with every single image. I took 26 images, okay, of this because it was at night. We're going to open that up. Photoshop is going to open that up into layers. Now this image was taken at 11 o'clock at night. 11 o'clock at night, and look how good or how much better we can make the image. So once again, you want to align the images, auto align the images, accept the default. Now remember, this is at night. There is no sunshine. We're just using the shops and the street lighting, but we can still improve this image quite a bit. Now, you notice here there is a lot of empty space on the edges of this image. Is because my hand moved slightly more than the other images, but Photoshop has done a good job in aligning it. Then what we're going to do is we are going to convert to Smart Object. I'm just going to make a copy of it, and here's the magic. Layer, Smart Object, Stack Mode, Mean. Now you can see that it's merged all of this because the water has also become a sort of like a milky texture as opposed to the original. You see the original? This is the merged one, and that's what it does to water. It actually makes it look even better. So if we zoom into here, and then we go up here and we just have a look at the building for a start. Have a look at the building. This is the original. Look how grainy that is. It's basically falling apart. By stacking the images, look how much we've improved it. And we can improve it even more by editing the image. Okay? But I just want you to show you that stacking the images with those 30 photographs that I took has improved it greatly. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to increase the size, make it bigger. Look at the quality of this image, people. Look at that compared to that. Actually, let's blow it up a little bit more. Let's take this to 100% actually. Look how straight and how milky this looks. Look how grainy this looks. Look at the texture in here. How sweet it looks. Look at the quality of the shops. Look at this light here and how grainy this light here. So you can see just by stacking the images, you can improve your photos by using Photoshop. And that technique I showed you of just taking multiple images and stacking them on your phone. So there you have it, some simple yet effective ways on how to take your mobile photography to the next level. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe so that you're notified of the next tutorial. And if you've got any comments or improvements that other people can make on their mobile phone photography, please put those below, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Outro.